So if I put all that whole package in place, then we have a community of social entrepreneurs. We've got 100% participation, and everybody's in there working on something that contributes to their survival and their ongoing sustainability. You've put that community in place, and they're also everyone's socially entrepreneur. I don't know why we would want to have anyone not be a social entrepreneur. If I'm sitting there and I've got the technology, I can get it in, I can participate, I can vote, I can transfer my resources into whatever project I want. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm doing this for my own benefit and the benefit of the community. Get a little carried away by it. So this whole notion around a community investment portfolio then is being able to have a management process that is assuring the flow of those ideas, making sure that all the people are at the table, coming up with the ideas and then moving them into action, helping people be consequent. You make a commitment, you're going to fulfill it, that sort of thing. It gets into a number of pieces here that I think are really cool. How many of you are familiar with reputation systems? You know, like, have you ever bought anything off Amazon or eBay, and then when you're done with the transaction, it'll ask you to rate the person or the organization where you bought it? So you give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down, kind of that simple. That's a reputation system. Very simple, but very effective. You know, when I'm going in to buy something, am I going to go buy something with somebody that's got only 3 little thumbs up, and maybe one of them was a neutral, or am I going to buy from a person that's got 10,000 thumbs up, and his percentage is 99.9%? It's kind of a slam dunk. I'm going to go with the guy that's got the most votes. So high trust is a reputation system with a fellow down in San Diego who's really doing some leading edge work on how to introduce this notion of consequence and reputation and brand into those transactions. So very powerful idea. The other one is to watch out for is this augmented augmented reality, which gets into the embedded intelligence. And the reason why this one's so important, any of you use, I think you mentioned Yelp. Any of you use Yelp? You know, it's like you can go into a place, they'll just start displaying all this information, TMI, you know, I call it. I didn't want to know all that, but okay, I guess I'm going to get to. But if you're taking responsibility in your community for what's going on there, you want to know where those assets are. You want to know what is available to you. And so this system is just going to become increasingly sophisticated and powerful and capable so that you can do that. And being able to know how to use it then is really key. The other aspect is most of the decisions, this is my last one now, I got to get too far into this. If you think about what's happened with our economy in this recovery, we don't have a real recovery in a kind of a traditional sense because the recession is not traditional. So what we're into here is a jobless recovery. And why is it a jobless recovery? It's a jobless recovery because the technology is developed to such a point that it's eliminated all the middle class jobs. So we wind up having, even though the jobs are getting created, they're at the low end. So that's the reason why thinking about job structure really just doesn't get it. And what's the secret around that technology is it embeds itself into the product. So you don't even know that it's there, but you use it all the time. And in the past, we would have had a person give us that advice. It's now in the technology itself, which is in the product itself. It's all transparent, and I don't even have to mess with it. Just push it up. That's what's happening to ourselves. So it's causing us, as a society, to have to totally restructure what work is, how we value it, how we value our contributions, and this sort of thing. So that's why these things are really important. This notion about reputation is down to each of us individually. What's our brand? How good's our word? gee, those are the things that I grew up with as a kid. You know, that was one of the things my mom used to tell me, real clear. You better be doing the right thing. You give your word. You better keep it. Your handshake is as good as gold. I mean, those are all things that we learned in kindergarten, right? So we're really getting back to that. So I just kind of leave you with what's in your portfolio. Appreciate the time you've been able to